pray your safe health during the challenging time because of the corona pandemic, which has undoubtedly added to everyday struggles as the brave people of Iran and the members of the Iranian Resistance movement in Ashraf in Albania. It is even more important that during these difficult times, where countries are imposing lockdowns and curbing movement, that we remember the 4 long decades of struggle and sacrifice that have been made. Over 120,000 supporters and members of the Iranian Resistance movement and the PMOI have been tortured, executed, not only in Iran, but also through terrorist assassinations in Europe. And yet, despite the pervasive persecution and systemic crackdown since 1979, the regime has been unable to silence the Iranian people and the resistance movement led by my dear friend and sister, Maryam Rajavi. The world can see this determination being reflected in nationwide protests against the regime in November last year and nationwide uprisings in January this year. Today, the regime is terrified by the organized resistance movement and the growing support for the NCRI and its president-elect, Maryam Rajavi, inside Iran, especially amongst the younger generation. That fear was on display when the regime's judiciary recently admitted the arrest of 2 elite Iranian students for connection to the PMOI, the driving force in the organized resistance movement. That fear is also present as regime officials warn of coming popular protests because of the growing dissent within Iranian society. We know that the NCRI and the PMOI and its resistance units in Iran are active in helping and mobilizing people to organize their protests. They are spreading hope and the message of the NCRI president-elect, Maryam Rajavi, that a free, a secular and democratic Iran based on the rule of law, accountability and gender equality is within reach. The world is witnessing rejection of the ruling dictatorship as seen during the anti-regime protests. The international community saw a microcosm of these nationwide protests during the annual gathering of the NCRI in Paris, where over 100,000 Iranians attended in 2018. Joining them were hundreds of international parliamentarians and well-known personalities. The intelligence that regime tried to disrupt and the gathering with a bomb plot but failed was because of the information reached and shared between the police and security agencies from France, Belgium and Germany. All this demonstrates that the NCRI and the 10-point platform for a future Iran presented by the president-elect Maryam Rajavi has a strong and widespread support, not just amongst Iranians, but those in exile and inside Iran, but amongst her friends that are many outside. Mrs. Rajavi's democratic platform has shaken the regime to its core and threatens the theocracy's survival. It is good to see that the UK government is in agreement with many other governments that appeasement doesn't work, and that whilst using diplomacy is critical, it is vital to stand up to the unacceptable actions that suppress the will and freedoms of the people. The UK has now an opportunity to join with others and accept that there is a viable Iranian alternative supported by the Iranian people, and it is demonstrated through Mrs. Rajavi's 10-point plan. The proud and brave people of Iran deserve better. They deserve a prosperous future, and my colleagues and I in the UK Parliament will continue our cross-party advocacy and support for the Iranian people's democratic aspirations. The NCRI and the popular struggle for change until Iran is free. No government, no group, no individual must rest easy until the people of Iran enjoy real freedom. We must all put pressure on our governments to hold the actions of the theocracy to account. We remain with you, my brothers and sisters. We will be there in celebration with Madam Rajavi and with all of you when you enjoy your freedoms and the ability to speak freely. Be with you always from us in the UK.